and everybody is sort of planning on their investments, tax savings. If you want to do it, this is the right time because good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fin Talk with Anil. We are on our day 30 of 30 days, 30 financial topics. And as much as it is not believable, like how we started, and I didn't honestly believe that we will be making up into, or I will be making up into 30 days. So I'm so excited. Yeah, so I'm not going to disappoint you on the 30th day, but I'm honestly in a mood of taking it little light. So, like I have introduced you yesterday, this is my website where I'm going to post every blog I'm going to discuss here on forward, right? AK Associates. I'm gonna add the logo FinTalk with Anil soon. But until then, let us just deal with it. Yeah. So yesterday we have discussed about Sukanya Samriddhi scheme versus no child mutual funds, etc. And it was a very good session for myself as well. And what is the inflation we have discussed day before yesterday, and like you already get the vibe that we are going to discuss the income tax slabs 2024. Like the year is coming to an end, and everybody is sort of planning on their investments, tax savings. If you want to do it, this is the right time because you don't want to miss out or end up paying more taxes, do you? Of course, the Sita Raman, finance minister, has proposed this budget during the budget session of 2024, and which will be applicable for the coming sessions. But that's not important. The important part is the new tax slab. So before we move on to that, I'm going to this point we are going to discuss in this video is going to be income tax slabs that would be applicable for the financial year 2024-25, which is assessment year 25-26, which is now the current financial year. Yeah, so and also the previous financial year under the new tax regime. And right, so income tax slabs for rates for financial year 24-25, and we are also going to discuss about how to calculate income tax payable under the new tax regime, how to calculate income tax liability under the old tax regime, how to know which income tax slab you fall in, and surcharge on income tax and income tax slabs for 2021. And I don't know how is that relevant, but let us get started with our day. Income tax slabs for financial year 24-25, or assessment year 25-26, that's the same thing. Okay, the taxes you the money you earn in current financial year are assessed in the next financial year. Yeah, so the year ends for you as the tax purpose, it is ends on 31st of March. From there, the taxing starts. So because there is no way of assessing. Of course, there are ways of assessing which called an advanced tax mechanism, but we that is a little advanced. Let us hold it for the time being. Yeah. So now the assessment year, of course, is the next year. So well prepared. The income tax slabs in the new tax regime has tweaked to for the current financial year 24-25. The changes in the income tax slabs raise the upper limit in two slabs by 1 lakh. Yeah, that mind you, we are going to discuss that. Yeah, so the 3 lakh to 6 lakh slab has become a 3 lakh to 7 lakh slab, and 6 lakh slab to 9 lakh slab become a 7 lakh to 10 lakh slab. Now, what that means, we will be seeing it, right? So, the changes in the new tax regime have been made to make it more attractive to, old, than the old tax regime. Of course, in February 2023, the changes were announced in the new tax regime to make it more attractive to the individual taxpayers. Still, you need to pay the taxes. There is no way you are escaping that. And introduction of a standard deductions, etc., raised the basic exemption limit like a tax rebate under like 87A. That is something we are going to see. That's a good relief actually. The finance minister Sitaraman has made changes in the income tax slabs under the new tax regime, blah blah. You can read that up completely of blog, and you can read that. Yeah, so let me just skip that for the time being. Now, changes made in the here are the new slab rates. This is important. Now, the new slab rates are, according to the new slab rates, up to 3 lakhs compared to the last slab rate or the old slab rate, old regime. You are be given 3 lakh exemption. Earlier, it was only 2 lakh 50,000. Now, the next immediate slab would be 3 lakh to 7 lakh, which falls under 5%. If you want a comparison, a quick one, let me see if I have it. Now, this is the old tax regime, and according to this, you can see up to 2 lakh 50,000 was exempt, and 2 lakh 50,000 to 5 lakh was falling under 5%, and 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs was falling under 20%, and 10 lakhs and above are straight away falling under 30%. Straightforward, right? So, in the new tax regime, however, you have more slabs now. You have, up to 3 lakhs is exempt, so there is a right away a 50%, 50,000 rupees additional benefit when you are getting. But there is a catch, so let us hold on to that. So 3 lakh to 7 lakh is chargeable under 5%. Earlier only 2.5 to 5 lakh, that is a 2 lakh 50,000 was chargeable under 5%. Now you have a extra bracket of, there 50,000 here, 2 lakhs. So 2 lakh 50,000 is already on the upper side, and the 7 lakhs to 10 lakhs is been charged at 10% compared to 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, which was charged at 20%. Yeah, here it is 10%. 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs is 15%. 12 to 15 is 20%, and 15 lakhs and above is 30%. So, like you see, the 15 slab is new, the 10 slab is new, like before, if you are crossing a 10 lakhs, then already you are onto a 30% slab, which is not fair, right? Nowadays 10 lakhs is what you need for a basic life. Now paying a 30% out of it is like working, what do you call, a 3 to 4 months for the government only, right? So now this is a good relief. So let us talk more about it. So changes made in the new tax regime, I have already explained you. Apart from the tweaking into tax slab, some changes were also made in the new tax regime. Changes announced in the new tax regime are as follows. Okay, hike of standard deduction limit from 75, to 75,000 from 50,000. Now, what that means to you? Now, it existed before also, where you are allowed to do a standard deduction of 50,000 rupees. Don't ask me why, but it was there. Now, in the new tax regime, it has been made to 75,000. Hike in deduction available to employer's contribution to the NPS account has been increased from 10% to 14%. Now, that is something. Yeah. So, now here are the features of the new tax regime. Of course, the new tax regime is by default for the new tax not regime. If you are not selecting any old tax regime by specific, then you are by default to fall into the sorry, new tax regime. Yeah. So, and basic exemption limit has been given to 3 lakh for individual taxpayers. Like I told you, in the old, it is 2.5. A tax rebate under Section 87 makes zero tax payable up to 7 lakhs. So the old tax regime had a deduction of 87A, still have a 12,500, which you adds up the 2 lakh 50,000 into 5%. 12,500 was given as exemption. As a result, you were kind of exempt, along with the combination of 50,000 extra. If your income was subject to 5 lakh 50,000 without any deductions, then you are already don't need to pay any taxes. Yeah, but mind you, if you cross even a rupee, then this 87 A deduction will not be applicable. That being said, if you have, what you call, in our case, let us say 5 lakh 50,000, you, let us say 5 lakh 60,000 you have, right? And then 50,000 you have deducted. Now your taxable income is 5 lakh 10,000 rupees. Now, since you are falling slightly above, now you have to pay how much? 12,500. So you will be getting a 12,500 in the old tax regime, while in the new tax regime you will be getting a good rebate so as to make it tax exempt up to an income level of 7 lakhs. Yeah, so that is there. And moving on, highest surcharge rate, those earning about 2 crores. Okay, if you are earning more than 2 crores, then the surcharge rate has been increased as well to 25% compared to the old one. Yeah, so income tax slabs under new tax regime for 2023 2024. Now, if you notice the difference here, the old slabs were subject to only 6 lakhs. So, if you see until this point here, from let me focus here. So, until the 15 lakh slab, it was now it has increased by 1 lakh each. Until 12 lakhs it was increased to 1 lakh, right? So that is a kind of a relief or addition which was made in the current financial year. So that's a good move, or not the best move. Honestly, I don't want to get there, right? Income tax slabs for old, there are no changes in the tax regime for old tax regime. Kind of, the finance minister is kind of making everybody convert into the new tax regime, uh, which kind of makes sense. Maybe the government doesn't want to promote any more investments, be it LIC, be it your health insurance, be it your mutual funds, the so-called favorite ATC deduction or your home loan, etc. The government wants to keep your taxes separate and your investments and other drama separate. So there are no changes in the old tax regime. If you are opting, then mind you, you have to do your calculations better. A simple tip that if you have that there is a calculator. Yeah, let's move on to understand that. So if your salary, let us say for the time being, 20 lakhs, yeah, and exempt allowance, let us say zero, you are a private income from interest, I'll take it as zero. Rental income received is, so ATC deduction 1,50,000. Let us say you are smart and you have in, and another 30,000 or so, including you and your family, etc. And let me just see that. And interest on education, vagera is zero. ATC CD employee contribution still new, so let us take it as zero. Okay, that is zero. Donations, I presume. And actually, NPS deduction, you can take an additional 50,000 off. So let us calculate. According to this, now the new tax regime is preferred. How about that? When you our total income is about 23 lakhs. I don't know why it took a 23 lakhs. So this is zero. Interest on home loan self-occupied. Okay. That is 3 lakhs. Okay. Still the new tax regime is preferred. Yeah, how about that? Total income. Now, let me see the old tax regime. Yeah. So you see, a taxable income is about 15 lakh 20,000, which you are getting a deduction of 2 lakh 80,000, which includes the standard deduction of 50,000 according to the old tax regime, and another 2 lakh 30,000 rupees for the chapter 6A deductions. Yeah, so the 2 lakhs and other 30,000, whatever. So I'm still a little confused here, but it will not change drastically. Let us see. If you want to see, the tax payable is 2,79,000 in the old tax regime. If you want to see in the new tax regime, 2,78,000. Yeah, so there's not much difference. I don't know, the calculator is not taking properly maybe, but there are other benefits you can club in, like the Chapter 6A, health insurance or your etc. So the logic is, if you have a home loan, right? If you have a home loan and if you are paying more than 3 lakhs as interest alone, then it makes sense for the old tax regime up to 20 lakhs income. After that, it doesn't make any sense. Of course, the old tax regime or the new tax regime takes over. Yeah. Use of these calculators properly, but then do it on your own risk. Yeah. If you want to honestly file your returns, then come to uh, us, or you can go to a qualified person who knows better about taxes. Yeah, so that has been said. The old tax regime for senior citizens was 3 lakhs, etc. There's no point in explaining the old tax regime for senior citizens, super senior citizens, for the exempt rate was 5 lakhs. Yeah, so comparison of new tax rates and old tax rates, okay, that was there. Now, like I said, 2 lakh 50 up to 2 lakh 50,000 is exempt in both the resumes, but 2 lakh 50,000 to 3 lakhs is taxable in the old resume at 5%, and 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs is taxable at the both resumes, which has a 5%. 5 lakhs to 7 lakhs is taxable at 20% in old resume, whereas still 5% in the new resume. So if you are falling under 7%, then you already know this is what you want to do, right? So the new resume, I mean to say, and the 7 lakh to 10 lakhs still falls under 20% in the old resume, but 10% in new tax resume. That's a good saving here if you are someone who's falling here, and 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs, that 30% here and 15%, there's like half of it, right? So that makes sense. 12 to 15 is falls under 30. There it is 20, and 15 lakhs and above, both are same. Yeah, so make your informed decisions according to your calculations. Do it in advance. Take out that pay slips. Do your calculation or the tax calculation sheets available from your employer. If you are someone who thinks that the old tax resume is better, then it makes sense you already start investing into those mutual funds, or, ELSs or that NPS, which is going to benefit you in another saving another 50,000. The premiums you are delaying so much, you should be paying them before the 31st March, because these are the deductions which you get on payment rather than on the due basis. Yeah, so do check my blog out, do like the video, do let me know what you think about the concepts we are picking up. From now on, since we have completed our 30 days, we would be trying to focus, honestly having a hard time picking up the right and nice content for you. Yeah, so stay tuned, or so as and when we get a very interesting topic, until then I would be researching better investment opportunity or better topics for you. So until then, see you all. Bye bye. Hit that subscribe button. Bye bye.